This is the American Lair Show. Thanks for coming. If you dress real prep, you might like this. If you dress real fresh, you might like this. It's like this. It's like this. Alright, this is the American Lair Show. And I'm still here kicking it with your boy Dallas Penn, Ralph Lauren collector. He uses the term Los Internetos, but he didn't coin it.
Nah, we ain't getting no bread from that. So, but y'all use it though. Use it. It's just a word, Dave Money. It's just a word. Let the people use it.
Mm-hmm. Now, but seriously, for those who didn't hear the last episode, Dallas Penn is a Ralph Lauren collector, sneaker connoisseur, boot god, and all that good stuff. So follow him at Dallas Penn everywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
And y'all know me, Dave_Money on Instagram, and subscribe to the show on iTunes and Stitcher. Let's get back into it. So I think we were saying that in certain communities, police don't police certain things because they don't care about what's going on in these neighborhoods. So you were saying back in the 80s, people would have took your low, took your fila, took whatever. And that wasn't a concern for law enforcement.
It wasn't a concern for law enforcement simply because it was black folks, assaulting one another, but not murder. Murder will always be a problem because when you calculate murder numbers, that leads to ideas of safety and things like that, and that'll always be an issue. But I mean, for assault. And to tell you the truth, I mean, these are fantastic times that I feel like young people live in now. Although young people it could still pop off. I mean, I understand how a couple years ago, man, a kid killed another kid for a Marmot ski jacket, a Marmot down jacket.
Wow.
So I mean, it's still, there's still poor folks out here, but I'm happy that things are so accessible and attainable now.
Right.
Kids walking around with $1,000 belt buckle on from Hermes, or what have you. That kind of thing. 25 years ago, 30 years ago, man, the whole block would be after you for a piece of you.
Yeah. Yeah. What's crazy is like in the town I grew up in was pretty rough, but like being inside of it and always being from it, sometimes you don't realize like how dangerous it is. Right. I wore my little gold chains and my little stuff. I don't think it was anything like, I don't think it was as bad as what you guys were talking about, like early 80s, like New York. Nah. But for those who don't know, I'm from Camden, New Jersey, CMD.
Oh no, you can't be from Camden, bro.
Born and raised, bro. And you made it out of Dave, man, your story is the illest, man. You made it out of Camden. And guess what, bro? I never tucked my chain.
But that's heavy. That's real right there.
Never tucked my chain.
That's right. Dave Money, you like one of the only 8 people that made it out of Camden surviving.
I am the 8th one. Yeah. I
mean, yeah. Camden was real. Camden is real.
Yeah. That's where I'm from. And it was wild. You know what? I want to say I think it was maybe just a cultural difference. Like there was mad crime. I don't think people were as into taking your clothes, but they definitely had them razors out. When I was in like middle school, a lot of girls were catching them $150s y'all talk about. You know what I'm saying? People definitely had them razors in a fist fight. But I guess my point is when you live in it, it doesn't seem as extreme. It's like, oh, they was fighting and she cut her.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too is when you're living in it, there's also you understand how to walk.
Right.
You understand how to walk when you're alone. You understand how to walk when you're in a group. You understand how to walk when you're in different groups because certain groups attract more attention than other groups.
Right.
So I mean, I think one of the things I learned from young was how to walk. One, how to walk by myself. And then how to walk in a group and in different size groups.
It's so true, man. It's real. It's real, man. I never thought of that, but it's real. Hey, look, so, we talking about people taking clothes and all that. What's the difference between somebody who's just wearing a brand and a collector?
Well, I mean, there's levels to everything. I think someone that wears a brand, looks for the logo or the outward notifications of that brand and wants to present that. The collector, like listening to you talk about how you love the lobster claw clasps. Mm-hmm. That's what a collector focuses on detail. Well, a collector's attracted to details in the first place. So I mean, it could be a singular brand, but the collector appreciates the brand for the particular details. If it's a clothing brand, it's the construction details. If it's if it's art, then it's line strokes. It's different things. But the collector, the thing that turned them on in the first place were details, and typically details are not really discernible to the masses. Mm-hmm. It's other collectors that recognize those details or pick up on those little subtle hints. So I guess then I'm saying it's a matter of subtlety.
Okay.
And
you are a collector. Do you have a lane that you like to occupy?
I don't think so. I mean, I kind of like everything. I've become pretty attracted to Ralph Lauren's beacon patterns. So, I mean, people like to call it Aztec or Navajo or American Indian, but I feel like the brand calls them beacon
right
prints.
Right.
And so I've been attracted to those of late, but I mean, I look at everything that I have, and I kind of like it all for some particular detail, something funky about it that made me want to grab it up.
You may not know this, but a few people describe you as the guy who wears a lot of low and he mixes it all sorts of crazy ways.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that before?
I haven't heard it before, but I probably haven't even noticed that I do that. Mm-hmm. Simply because I mean that's probably how me and my wife became attracted to one another. She's a great pattern mixer. Mm-hmm. And so, as a matter of fact, someone the other day did tell me that I love to put different camo prints on top of one another.
Yeah, that's you.
I hadn't even paid attention to that. But yeah, I mean, I could see myself doing that. I could see myself being odd like that. Sure. Sure.
Can you tell us more about your wife's style as far as fashion?
Well, her style for fashion is 180 degrees from where I'm at. I've tried to convert her. I've tried to bring her into the Lauren lifestyle, but she's super eclectic and bohemian and has this artist background. So her dad is a world-renowned photographer, and her mom is a historian, her sister's a painter. So she will put on orange with green, with purple, and I'll be like, with a checkerboard print. And I'll be like, no, you can't have a checkerboard on top of a jaguar print. And she was like, I don't care.
Yeah, it feels right, you know.
Yeah. So she's a hippie chick.
Yeah, I say do it if it feels right, you know. Mm-hmm. I know I operate within a certain space, but I like to see people just doing stuff that feels natural to them. I think some people dress like they try to be costumish. Let me reword it. I think some people feel like style is mixing, and then they try to do a mix that doesn't seem right.
I mean, I can say that I've probably been guilty of that also sometimes, because sometimes you're playing with something and you go a little bit too left or you go a little bit too right. I've never imagined myself or pictured myself as the mannequin, and I guess we all kind of, strive not to be, as we get older, we strive not to be the mannequin, you don't want to be the display that's in some retail window, You know, only because that's anybody could do that. I mean, if a mannequin can do it, why would we want to do it? Why would I want to do it? But yeah, I can't really call it. I can't really call it. I was so happy that I had this Denim and Supply sweater. I'm not a big fan of DNS, but
A
it
lot of
just
people
doesn't.
say that. Yeah.
It doesn't fit. I'm not a big fan of it for myself. I think it's a great window, a great gateway for people to get connected to Ralph Lauren brands, because the designs and the colorations and the styling and the price point allows an entry point for regular folks to kind of come in, but it's never fit me particularly well, I feel like.
Okay.
Anywho, I got a dope sweater, and it rhymes with these Jordans, these Jordan Retro 7 Barcelona Nights. It rhymes with them so crazy. So great. Like one of those great items that when you rock, even the old ladies tell you, "Oh man, that's a nice sweater." Or, "Oh, I like."
See.
Ooh, there's nothing better, Dave Money.
Yeah.
When you get a compliment from forget about a young lady. I'm talking about an old lady.
Yeah.
I get a compliment from a grandma.
Yeah. Hey, bro, speaking of, hooks, the first day I wore that, the red one, the fireman turnout coat with the hooks, I was at a restaurant, coffee shop in Brooklyn, and I'm just waiting on some people. I'm waiting on some Instagrammers I was going to meet for the first time. I'm standing near the door, and this lady on her way out just stopped, and she smiled, and she said, "I love your jacket." She was an older woman. She said, "I love your jacket," and she was telling me it reminds her of when she was a kid, and I love that. To me, that's just crazy. Like, the young black guy, you know what I mean, is wearing something that reminds the old white lady of her childhood. It's just it's so all over the place. It's dope, but we all love it for the same reason.
How powerful is that? How powerful is that you connected to her on something that's 40, 50 years in her mind space? That's powerful stuff. So that is really the ultimate attraction.
Yeah.
When you put a fit together and you step out and you have somebody shout you out. I mean, anybody shouting you out feels good anyhow. That always feels good.
Yeah.
But man, listen, when I get a shout out from an older lady, man, that's when I'm like, man, woo, I start rubbing myself.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff, man. What's a Grail piece?
What is a Grail piece for me? I'll be honest with you. For me, the only Grail pieces I consider are items with mostly it's items with universal patches, but cross flags could fall into that. A cookie patch could fall into that, but really for me, it's items with the universal patch because that's ground zero for my obsession. So anything that has a universal patch and it's just color blocked and it's just that nautical yellow, that racer red, that royal blue, that thing just pops so hard. I love that. And of all the new stuff, I mean, I'm not I'll be honest with you. I could blaspheme with you right now and tell you I'm not a fan of the Snow Beach line, and never was. I actually thought for my life when it came out, I wasn't really into it.
Right.
And I thought it was kind of clownish and inauthentic of Ralph. Plus, just the outfit architecture in New York City around that time for me was camo hoodie fatigued. Anyway, we were very Mobb Deep. We were very Black Moon.
Yeah, I love that.
Our attire was kind of dark and grimy. Workwear, Carhartt. So any low that I'm acquiring during that time too is black or gray or forest green, and it's not. I'm kind of off of my bright sunburst colors. I'll tell you what, there is a Grail piece for me, a recent Grail piece. There's the Japan Anorak.
What's that look like?
It's a navy blue pullover Trekker jacket, called an anorak. So it's like 3/4 length, integrated hood on the jacket, and has spell out Japan along the stomach, with embroidery on the arm, and people like to familiarly call it the Japanorak.
Okay.
But it's the Japan anorak.
Japan anorak. I love anoraks, by the way.
They're dope pieces. I love Ralph's Trekker jackets. I'm a big fan of a Trekker jacket, and I probably have about a half a dozen of those different colors. I'm a big fan of the RLX and the black label and the blue label motorcycle jacket.
Oh, the moto jackets.
Yeah, the moto jacket. So I'm a big fan of those. I'm a big fan of toggle coats.
Oh, come on. I love it.
I'm a big fan of fireman jackets.
Hey, stop, man. You pressing my buttons. Hey, bro, for real, man. I've been telling people, man, my style icon is like Paddington Bear or something.
Absolutely.
It's just such an iconic look that it's almost like this is my aesthetic. Like if you told a kid or an illustrator to draw, a kid eating a taffy or playing with a balloon, what sort of jacket would that kid have on in this illustration? That's the type of jacket I want in my closet. You know what I'm saying?
Dig that. He'd have on a toggle jacket, or he'd have on a nice yellow rain slicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I got a beautiful full length rain slicker with a wax cotton, and it's yellow. Ooh, it's super nautical yellow, corduroy collar, lobster hook clasps on it.
What color is it?
Nautical yellow.
I got one too. Is it rugby?
No, it's blue label.
Okay, I got one rugby.
It's an old blue label, and it's full length. It's not even 3/4.
Okay.
It's down. It's almost to my ankle.
I love it. I like that.
It's dumb. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
I like that.
But I did this the other week. I had a sweater on inside out by accident, but I just put it on. I was running out, and my wife was like, "Oh, that sweater is awesome." And then she was like, "But you have it on inside out." And then I looked down at it and I was like, "Oh, you're right." But the quality, like a high quality RL product, Dave Money, you could wear it inside out. And it would look as good as it did on the right side.
Facts.
I mean, that's how well made. And people think that, people will tell me, "Oh, you just like this brand because of the name." And I say, yes, I like it because of the name, but really, truly, it's because you take care of these items, and the well-made items are heirloom quality. So I have leathers and suede jackets that I can give to somebody when I'm done with them, and they will be, the style is timeless,
right,
and the quality is so impeccable that they will be able to wear them out, and be presentable.
Yeah. You got me excited. Hey, I'm gonna share something with you. I just got a few packages in the mail. One, I got like maybe 2 days ago, one yesterday, one today. So I'm sitting around. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till all the stuff comes, and then I'll pop everything open at once. And then something said, "Dave, now pop these open because if there's something wrong, you need to know now."
Right.
So I popped the one that came yesterday. It's a little jacket, the plain, what they call, the golf jacket with the collar. This damn jacket, I put it on. I'm not a big guy, so I'm rocking a small. And the damn jacket doesn't even cover the wrist, the sleeves. So, yeah, so they had this thing altered. Somebody has short arms. So sleeves like 4 inches too short. So this is like the first time I got burned on eBay, y'all. So,
okay.
So I'm going to return. They talking about no returns, but I'm returning this. Even if they don't take it, I'm mailing that shit back. It's the principle.
Well, let me ask you a question. Price point wise, is it something that you could say, all right, you know what, I could still work with it? Because I mean, if it's the classic windbreaker that has the button clasp at the collar?
Let me see. It's right here. Yeah, it is. It is.
Would you consider doing an alteration on it yourself? Would you consider taking the sleeves off?
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't wear that type of vest. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but again, you have every right, I feel like, to return it too. With all respectability, if they didn't describe it as being altered, then that's on them.
Yeah, like come on,
that's
man.
on them.
You getting this back.
Yeah, that's on them. That's on them. If they didn't describe it as being altered, before selling it. But
And it's
what
easy
else
to
you got?
tell.
What else you got?
Well,
what else you got?
Oh,
I'm
man.
hyped now. You got me hyped. You hype. I'm hyped.
I got duds, man. Keep it 100 with y'all. I got duds, man. I got this tweed blazer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hurt him with the tweed blazer. I'm like, the tweed blazer is essential. It's very necessary. So I popped that open today, and the cut is just too old school for me, and it's long too. And I remember like checking the measurements before I grabbed it. But I just, I guess I didn't pay close attention to the overall length. I paid more attention to the shoulder width and in the armpit to pit. So
okay, pit to pit is important. Yeah. And I guess the coloration design of the tweed.
Yeah,
the weave of the tweed too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it don't have like the tweed feel that you want. I mean, that rough tweed with the texture.
That timeless professorial tweed.
Yeah.
You understand? Because the right tweed jacket, Dave Money, you put that on, you put a pipe in your mouth, you're allowed to teach a college class.
Yeah, you can tell people you have a PhD.
You are allowed to walk into a college and teach a class. He will be like, yes, professor. Yes, professor. Your class is this way, right here.
You can wing it. You can wing a 400 level course. It's allowed.
Yes, indeed.
So I tell you what else I have. I didn't pop these open yet, but one package I think is a button down Oxford, just a nice blue and white joint, and then a heraldic tie, club tie. So I haven't opened those. I hope those don't let me down. And then I have a what they call it, a cricket sweater coming maybe tomorrow, or So if the cricket sweater is right, I'm happy. I could, because the jackets, there's just like whatever, but the cricket is very necessary.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That nice yellow.
And we're coming up on that season. What the body is cream and your accents are yellow and navy?
I think just yellow.
Just yellow. Okay.
Just yellow accent.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Classic and timeless. I mean, that's the other thing about the brand too. I mean, the question is, what do I want to present to the viewer on a particular day? Do you want to be sporty? Do you want to be an outdoorsman? Do you want to be professorial? Do you want to be luxury loungewear? Like you have all of these lanes you can occupy within this brand. That's really why Polo stood the test of time.
Right.
Even more so than people that Ralph Lauren was copying early. I mean, Ralph Lauren was copying the luxury and the class of Brooks Brothers. But Brooks Brothers never presented a loungewear, a sportywear, an outdoor sportwear the way Ralph Lauren did.
Right.
Nautica never crossed over into the boardroom the way Polo Ralph Lauren did.
Okay.
Tommy was cool, but Tommy just couldn't keep up. They just didn't have the legs or the design capability, the design chutzpah.
The chutzpah. You know, yo, like all New Yorkers know a little Yiddish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's that's our second language.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I think to me, and I love RL, but I was at the Macy's. I was at that big Macy's. I guess
Herald Center, 34th Street.
I'm trying to think, how long was it when it was cold before? Was that a whole winter ago? I think so. And anyway, I was in there, and on that particular day, I'm like, damn, Tommy is kicking butt. If you're a person who like how you described the lifesaver jacket, if that's your lane, Tommy, it's like Tommy was killing them. I mean, I think they had like pea coats that were like 2 colors and just all sorts of. I was like, I don't want to wear Tommy, but I want to have a friend who wears all Tommy.
That's funny too, because I don't feel like I saw that line, but yeah, I don't know that I could have a friend that rocked Tommy. I think there'd be a level of derision that I'd eventually have for that person. Like, come on, man, put some real clothes on. Stop playing.
Get dressed. Get dressed now. Come on. No.
Oh man, that's unfortunate, because I mean, this again, at the end of the day, all this stuff is just rags, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what makes it's fun, man. It's my escape, you know.
Definitely.
Look, you ever feel guilty about owning so much stuff?
You know what? I've probably powered through that point. Maybe that point arose 15 years ago. Maybe in 2000, I felt guilty. I said, man, I just got too much stuff. But I kind of powered through that moment. So now I'm just like, man, this is what it is. And I laugh at it sometimes, because I'll be excavating my archive looking for a piece, and I'll find doubles of something else. So something else I liked, and I enjoyed it so much. I was like, ooh, let me get another one just to have on deck, because I know how I get. I'll stain something up. I'll skeet something so badly that I have to just leave it on a bench. So let me have a double of it so I can put it on. And I laugh at myself behind that. I'm a super obsessive.
Wow. Where do you keep all this stuff?
Well, my wife is about to kick me out of her home. This is one of the places, but then I have another home on Long Island. I have a 2-bedroom apartment on Long Island that essentially acts as my archive. So I'm paying a maintenance and a mortgage on a storage space.
Wow, man. But I guess that's fun. You can brag. I don't know if you're into bragging.
Yeah, no. I mean, it gets tight. It gets tight, but I mean, it's the life I've chosen. So, I mean, I still travel. I still enjoy myself, and but I will be. I'm excited again for Ralph Lauren possibly retroing some old designs, and I feel like, man, this will be my window. I had a tremendous purge when I first got on eBay back in 2000. So I sold a lot of my pieces that were medium and large, and even some XL, because I was so heavy at the time. I was like, man, I'm never going to get back down to fit any of this stuff. And after meeting this woman and a decade plus with her, she's starting to slim me down. So now I'm mad I got rid of some of my XLs, because I'm starting to fit that stuff again, or get close to it.
Wow.
Anywho, but I feel like if they retro items this year, then there's time for another purge of my archive. But I'm gonna be selling stuff, Dave. I'm gonna be selling stuff just to buy more stuff, though. Don't get it twisted.
You said you don't have any smalls in there, do you?
No, I don't have any smalls. I don't have any smalls or any medium left. I probably didn't have any small to begin with, but I know I had a ton of medium, ton of large stuff that I moved back in 2000.
Oh, that was a minute.
But I was so amazed by the eBay system, and the fact that people were buying my old clothing.
So you made
I made good money. I mean, I made good money. I didn't make the kind of money that people are making now for some things, but it was still just amazing to me, and it helped me realize that outside of my small world, that there was this tremendous burgeoning community. I say tremendous, but you know what? We're still not tremendous. We're still a small group. But it was just the fact that, man, I could sell something to somebody in California,
right,
or Texas, or France.
Yeah. Right.
and they were interested in my old clothing, my old sneakers, stuff that I maintained well, but still, it was like
Your old
vintage
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, I didn't, and this opened me up to understanding, what thrift shops were. I didn't know what a thrift shop was in 2000.
So did you start shopping at thrifts, or were you just hearing about them?
I still didn't shop at them. Now I have shopped at thrifts. I'm not really a good thrift shopper, to be honest with you. I'm a better digger at Marshalls or TJ Maxx.
Oh yeah. Look. Tell us about the time you already know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So let me break this down.
Break it down.
Boom. This happened through a TJ Maxx store. So TJ Maxx had a run of these blue label items. When Ralph Lauren dissolved the black label line, those designs got moved into blue label items. They could have gone to either purple label or blue label, but they pulled the designs into blue label. Depending on which way they go, if they go to purple label, that means the materials get a little better and the price point gets a little higher. So lamb's wool gets made into cashmere, and the price point, of course, gets bumped up. But if it goes to blue label, then lamb's wool, stays lamb's wool, a little bit of Angora, whatever, but the price point comes down. So fantastic moto sweater. You put it's got a little thumb hole at the cuff. You can put your thumb through. Beautiful design. On clearance at TJ Maxx. Ticket says $200. It's marked down to $150. Polo Ralph Lauren ticket says $600. So I'm like telling the girl at the cashier, said like, "Yo, this sweater should be cheaper. This sweater should actually be marked down another." And she was like, "Listen, that's the price. I can't really do nothing for you. That's the price." So I buy it because I gotta have the sweater, Dave. Man, I gotta have it. It's so fire. So I said, "All right, boom. I'm gonna get this sweater reduced." So I gotta scramble around the city to see if it's sitting in another TJ Maxx and it's caught that next markdown that I wanted to have. Like if I had bought the sweater that day for $99, I would have been cool. I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have tried to get it reduced any further. I would have just chilled with it. So I can't find it anywhere. So I put a call out to the internets. And one of my guys says, "Hey, boom, here's the actual ticket for that sweater. So the price you got it at was good.
Okay.
You're good. You should be happy with that." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm still not happy." So I'm still finagling, trying to get this thing reduced at different TJ Maxxes. And I hit one up, and the dude is like, "When you take it back to the store you bought it at, because I can't mess with it here, but take it back to the store you bought it at and tell them to RIL the item." That's some code word for the people in the TJX network to look up the ticket and see, what this item is really being priced at now through the network. So I go back to the store where I bought it, and I talk with this other girl, and she's like, "All right, the sweater is $69 right now."
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
But I can't return it, give you a $150 and $150 and change back, and then let you buy it again. You got to come back and buy it the following day. And I'm like, can I risk leaving the sweater here in this store overnight?
Oh man.
Because I have to come back tomorrow morning, but can I risk leaving it here? And I said, no, I cannot, because this store is too much traffic. Someone gonna see it. Someone gonna get wind of it. Boom. They're going to buy it. I'm going to come back. It's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So I said, fine. That's when I go into my network of TJ Maxx stores, and I say, "Oh, there's a store on the borderline of Queens, Brooklyn that nobody knows about, that nobody messes with. All right, I'm going to go return it there and then pick it up from there the following day, get the price adjust, buy it for $69. So that's what I did. I returned it to the store, went back the following day, different set of people on the floor now. So the manager on duty at the time, I asked her to RIL it. So she zaps it up and she puts the $69 ticket on it. Boom, I buy it for $69 now. I bought it for $150 plus tax, which was like $162.
Yeah.
Now I get it for $69. and the original price on the Ralph Lauren ticket was $600. So I feel like, yo, I got the sweater off for like 90% off the original price.
That's dope.
Fine, I hustled. I hustled hard body. I put my legwork in, but that was fun. That was fun for me.
How many stores did you go to?
Boom. I bought it from TJ Maxx Wall Street. I messed around with TJ Maxx Columbus Circle. I messed with TJ Maxx Yorkville. I messed with TJ Maxx Rego Park. And then I messed with TJ Maxx Glendale. Glendale is this store on the borderline of Queens, Brooklyn that nobody messes with because nobody really knows about it. It's super in the cut and out of people's eyesight. So I was able to bring it back there and boom and just grab it back up the next morning.
Oh man, that was kind of dangerous though.
I mean, believe me, my heart was fluttering, but at the same time, the funny thing is, I have a whole set of black label designed blue label pieces, and I have this same sweater in navy. Like I have the moto jacket. They came out with a sweatpant, a moto sweatpant. They came out with a beautiful brushed wool sweater with leather elbow patches. So I got it. Man, it was on dumb sale. So I got this whole thing in navy blue popping. Anyway, so I felt like, okay, boom. If I lose the sweater, I can always fall back on my navy blue set to wear to make me feel good. Blah blah blah. But now I got it. I put the legwork in, but I got it.
You got to put that work in.
Yes, indeed.
Put the work in. Hey, check it out. Let's chop this and then hit them with another one because I got a few more things I want to ask you about. Is that okay?
Dave, money. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
We got Dallas Penn, y'all, and you know me, Dave_Money3 on Instagram. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on Stitcher. And share the show if you like it. You know, if it's on your Facebook, find my Facebook and share it. All that good stuff. Because other people want to know what we up to. All right. Dallas Penn, where are you?
All right, Dave, I'm here.
Give them your social.
Oh, at Dallas_PENN on all your internet's connections, on your YouTube, your Instagram, your Twitter.
All that.
All that. Facebook. I'm on Facebook too. Yeah, I got to be on Facebook. Oh, Black Planet. I'm still on Black Planet. I'm still on Black Planet.
Last one, man.
Mi gente, shout out.
You just keeping the shop open. Keeping everything ready in case they come back. My boy. All right, y'all. Catch us on the next one. Once again, thank you for allowing me to share my obsession with you. It's been great. I can be reached at Dave@AmericanLayers.com. Be sure to hit me up. Catch you next episode.